Yeah, we don't have a one-size-fit-all approach. There's a couple of different things that we need to keep in mind when we look at our filter media or the fabric type. The first one that we would consider would be the temperature. Do we have a high temperature or a low temperature application? Low temperature would be anything generally up to 250 degrees Fahrenheit. High temperature would be anything above that, generally to about 500 degrees Fahrenheit. So we need to know what type of fabric can withstand those types of high temperatures if we have a high temperature application, for example. The second thing that we look at would be the chemical makeup of the airstream. Basically, what type of a dust is going through it? What material is it? Is it some sort of acidic dust? Is it some sort of alkaline, for example? We want to make sure that we take into consideration different things like humidity, the dust that makes it up, what type of chemical reaction will happen when it reacts with other parts of the dust collection system. The next one that we look at is the kind of dust size and the physical characteristics of the dust. For example, is a dust that is sticky or abrasive? Is it a dust that's difficult to collect when it's moving through the ductwork or the airstream? Does it tend to stick together? So we need to choose the correct filter that will be able to handle those types of things. The fourth consideration would be our collection efficiency. So that means with our application, do we have to collect most of the dust, or do we need to collect absolutely the smallest of the particles and get nearly all of it out of the clean air? We want to consider those things, especially if it's hazardous or if it's a toxic material, for example. Maybe we work in a field that's very highly regulated, so we want to make sure that we're collecting as much of the dust as possible, even those smallest particles as well. And then the last consideration that we have would be the price. So we want to make sure that we can meet those needs of our application. And basically, what's the cheapest option? What type of media or fabric will be able to do all of those things for us, but be the most economical in the end? So again, as we mentioned, if you call us on the phone and you look for a different type of filter, or you don't know what type of filter to use for your application, those are the 5 things that we'll generally ask about. And with that, we can help you choose the right type of fabric media for your application so that the baghouse runs correctly and you're able to, again, collect the most amount of dust possible.
Yeah, good explanation, Scott. Thanks. I would just add too, there's sometimes where we have applications where there's multiple fabrics and things that will work, and sometimes it's a cost benefit analysis. Or then in other applications, there's just alternatives or add-ons we can do. For example, we might add a coating or a treatment, perhaps that'll help with the dust release. We might add a coating like an oleophobic coating to help repel some moisture and oils that are in the gas stream. Maybe not this essential for operation, but can make things work a little bit better for a reasonable, uppage in the price, right? And then the cost benefit analysis can make sense there.